Support your Hobbit hobby.
Welcome Strategy Battle Gamers to another GBHL YouTube video. You are here with GBHL James, and today we've got...
Keiran.
We've got Keiran. This is Gondorian Captain from the forums. How's it going, Keiran? You alright?
Yeah, not too bad.
And this is Kieran's first ever channel battle report. Are you excited?
Definitely.
And we're going to do something a little bit different for you guys today. We're going to be showing off the first ever, so this is a moment of history, the first ever channel scenario battle report. Round of applause. Woo! So today we are going to be doing the last march of the Ents from the Free People sourcebook. We'll go through how that's going to play now, and we'll show you the models. As you can see on the good side, leading the good side, we've got Treebeard, and he does have Merry and Pippin up there in his haunches, who can throw stones the whole battle on a shot of a 3+, whether he's moved or not, and it's a strength 1 here. Either side of him you can see our Shadow and Flame tree giants in all of their glory. This is the first time they're going to be put to the test in the battle, so let's see how Mr. Willow Giant and Mr. Birch Giant do. And then also borrowed from Darren at the Northwest Gaming Centre, we have another Ent there. So that is the good forces. And on the evil side, obviously, it is Isengard. So Isengard get to bring 500 points. And what are our 500 points?
Okay, we've got 3 warbands. The leader of today's force is Mahur, who has got a set of armoured Uruk-hai with him. Would have taken scouts, but couldn't fit them into the force. Over to the left of them, we have got the Phalanx, led by an Uruk-hai shaman and an Isengard banner there. And on the very end, we've got a plain Uruk-hai captain with shield and heavy armour, backed up by crossbows.
And that is the Isengard force. So the last march of the Ents is played out on a 48-inch by 24-inch table, and this is representing a portion of the circle around Isengard. You can see here that there are 3 orcish camps which are separated between, or orcish mines, where the forces of Isengard must start off the game deployed, and the Ents start off on the western board edge. The objective of the good team is to destroy each of the 3 orcish encampments, and the objectives of the evil side is to wipe out the Ents. So we'll get to see some new rules today, because it does involve a little bit of the siege rules. Each of Saruman's structures outside have a defense of 10 and 6 battle points. Now, battle points effectively count as wounds for the structures. Now, there are some special rules for the defenders of Isengard, and for the purpose of this scenario, the evil side is never considered to be broken, no matter how many casualties are inflicted. Any evil warrior slain may be able to re-enter play. At the end of each evil move phase, we're going to roll a d6 for the evil model that's been removed as a casualty. On a score of a 4+, it can turn back up as a reinforcement and moved into play from any of the 3 structures that haven't been destroyed by the Ents. Models that do not arrive as reinforcements are obviously dead. So this is how the board looks at the start of the game, with the Uruk-hai divided between the shaman and his pikeman in this camp. We have the crossbowman in that camp, and we've got Mahur in that camp there, with the Ents ready on the western board edge. So we're going to roll for turn 1 priority.
And it's the Uruk-hai.
The Uruk-hai take priority. So this is how it looks after movement. As you can see, Mahur and the Uruk-hai are fleeing from the closest orc mine, because as Keiran said,
Just couldn't hold that entire encampment with 6 Uruk-hai. And as you can see there, Mahur's using his extra movement to make sure he's head of the pack as he gets away.
fantastic. And the Ents are moved up here. One of them hasn't got in contact, because as we're about to see, 3 should be enough. So the pikemen have started moving out from the camp which is furthest away from the Ents, whilst the crossbowmen have made a little perimeter around the outside. So let's move into combat. So the first strike on the encampment is going to come from the Birch Tree Giant from Shadow and Flame. Now, they count as automatically hitting their target, because the target is stationary, and because of the Ents special rule, which is break stone, their strikes against the static object is doubled. So instead of 3 attacks, they're going to have 6 strength 10 attacks. Now, because these structures are defense 10, that means that we're going to need 4s. So we start off with the Birch Giant, meaning 4+, and we get 4 batter points taken straight away. We're going to move on to the Willow Giant. Let's see if he can finish it off. So we just need 2 more to finish off this structure. Oh yeah. And the first orc encampment goes down. So this is how the battlefield looks at the end of turn 1. One orc mine has been destroyed by the Ents. It was the birch tree giant and the willow tree giant from Shadow and Flame. So we're going to move into priority turn 2. And it's priority to the march of the Ents. And this is how it's looking after movement. So the Ents have continued to move up while Treebeard managed to catch hold of a pesky little Uruk-hai. The rest of his mates fled away.
Well, in Mahu's army, you either keep up or you get left behind.
Yeah. The crossbowmen have stayed static, which means they'll be able to shoot this turn. And the Uruk-hai block marches on. So, we're going to go into shooting. So, going into shooting, we've got the 5 Uruk crossbowmen who are going to be firing up at the end there. They need 4+ to hit.
Come on, Uruk-hai.
And we get 2 hits. And 6 to wound.
Come on.
Wound. And 1 wound on the end. And next up we've got the remaining Uruk crossbowmen, and they're going to be actually firing into the combat with Treebeard.
So again, we're looking for 4s to hit.
And we get 3 hits.
Now, because my slowest Uruk-hai is still in the way, it's a 1, 2, 3 to hit him, a 4, 5, 6 to hit Treebeard. And all 3 hit the Uruk-hai who's in the way.
Ouch. So the poor Uruk-hai has been hit by 3 of his buddies over there. Strength 4 and defense 6 needs 5s.
Cocked.
Oh, we got 1 cocked dice, but he's living at the moment.
It wasn't 5.
It's destined to be a 1. He's going to live.
No, rerolls always work. Oh, no.
And he lives. For now. So now on to the only combat. We've got Treebeard against the hard Uruk who survived against his crossbowman buddies.
With 3 quarrels in his back.
So, what does Treebeard get? He gets a 6.
Can't win.
The Uruk can't win. So Treebeard is going to be hurling that poor Uruk-hai towards his buddies who are running away. Now the difference in strength is 4. Treebeard is strength 8. And that Uruk there is strength 4. So we're going to roll a d6 now to see how much further he goes. And he goes 7 inches. 7 inches is just enough to hit one of his buddies there. So he is hurled, and he's going to hit that buddy there. They both get knocked over. And let's see what damage they take. So the guy who's been hurled is going to take 1 strength 6 hit, which needs 4s, which is going to be the red dice, and 1 strength 3 hit for hitting his buddy, which needs 6s on the green dice.
Gets it with the 4.
And gets it with the 4. And his buddy who's been knocked down there, he takes a strength 3 hit, so needing a 6. Ooh, and it's a 2, so he lives. So this is how the battlefield looks at the end of turn 2. The Ent has taken a wound, and 1 Uruk-hai has also been killed. So we're going to move on to turn 3, priority. So turn 3, priority.
So over to the Ents again.
To the Ents. So I've completed my movement. I just moved the willow giant up towards the other Ent there, who didn't move. It's quite important, I think, to keep these guys as close together as possible. Treebeard also stayed where he was to allow the birch giant to come through. We did say that this is the destroyed structure, so he's just stopped there and then he'll move across as if it's difficult afterwards. So what we're going to do now is you are
going to cast some magic with my shaman.
Fantastic.
Hopefully he's going to enchant all of the Uruk-hai around him to be filled with berserk fury. Using 2 will points for this, and a might point, so heroic channel fury.
Heroic channel fury, it makes sense.
And it's successful.
Nice and successful, so those guys now are furified. And this is how it looks at the end of the Isengard movement. So they're just concentrating up towards that middle mine. So we're going to move into shooting. So that's the end of Keiran's movement, so we're just going to see if this troll can come back from the pit.
Uruk-hai even.
That Uruk-hai can come back from the pit. So, 4+.
No, he fails.
So he stays dead. So as Treebeard didn't move, he's going to throw a stone over at one of the Uruk crossbowmen. So he needs a 4+ to hit. And he misses. This Ent is going to be doing the same at another Uruk crossbowman. So needing a 4+ to hit. And he misses as well.
Some retaliation shooting. The Uruk-hai that fired on the Ents last time with boulders sailing past their ears are going to try and finish it off. 5 shots, needing 4s.
Ooh,
good.
Nice hits, 4 hits.
Can they follow it up in the wound phase? That's another wound. So
he's down to a single wound. Next up we got the 5 Uruk crossbowmen firing at Treebeard. So, needing 4s.
Some more white hand accuracy.
We get 2 this time. Needing 6s to wound. Oh. and no wounds. So this is how the battlefield looks at the end of turn 3. So we're going to move into turn 4, priority. And it's drawn, which means it's priority
Uruk-hai.
Uruk-hai. So at the start of the movement phase, I've called a heroic march with Treebeard, which will bring his power over there into it as well. So this is how it looks at the end of movement. So Keiran just consolidated over on that left flank there, bunched everything together.
Just getting into a nice formation to try and get the Ents when they come in.
And then Treebeard with his heroic march moved up with his pal, getting a little bit closer. And the Willow Giant is just stood in front of the wounded Ent who is behind. So we're going to move on to shooting. So going into shooting, the 4 Uruk-hai crossbowmen there that can actually see behind, they're going to be shooting with the in the way for the Willow Giant. So force to hit.
3 hits.
Ooh, 3 hits, nice. Now do they hit the guy in front?
On a 1, 2, 3 it's the front, on a 4, 5, 6 it's the wounded one behind.
Oh, 2 get through. Okay, let's see. Do you get a 6 and kill the Ent? Oh, no! Oh, double 5. Oh, so relieved. Okay, now 1 hit the guy in front, so you get 6 and put a wound on him. Oh, you do. So the Willow Giant is wounded. So with the Willow Giant wounded, there is 1 guy on the end who can see him and him alone, so I need him forced to hit.
Gets the hit.
6, wow,
One of
nice
those
dice
again,
rolling.
please.
Another one to get him.
Oh, Sauron says no.
Sauron says no, so the Willow Giant keeps that wound. Next up, we're going to have the Uruk-hai crossbowmen here, and those 5 are going to be shooting at Treebeard again.
Yeah, we'll go for Treebeard again.
And for Treebeard again, so needing 4+ to hit, and we get 3 hits.
Doing well today, boys.
6 is to wound, they are. Oh, but no wounds. And that is the end of the Uruk-hai shooting. Turn 5 priority. Oh, and
Goes back
it's
to the
drawn.
Ents.
So it's back to the Ents. So this is how it looks after the last march of the Ents movement. The Willow Giant has moved into contact there with 2 Uruk-hai crossbowmen. And Treebeard has come across here as well, and again in contact with 2 Uruk-hai crossbowmen. The Birch Ent move around there just to protect Treebeard's flank. So we're going to go into Uruk-hai movement. So this is how it looks after Uruk-hai movement. So one of his Uruk-hai crossbowmen managed to charge in, and that guy didn't, so his way is blocked. We've got tons and tons of guys swarming in on Treebeard, and a few on the Birch Giant as well. So we're going to go into shooting, and the shooting is going to start off with Merry and Pippin, who are riding Treebeard. So Merry and Pippin can't actually shoot down into combat, but they can target the pikemen behind. So I need 3 pluses to hit. Oh, and they both hit. So they both hit, so it's strength 1 hits, and it's against defense 5, which is handy, because I need 6s. Oh!
He's dropped 1. Can I save that Uruk-hai with Fury?
Can you save him? I hope not.
Yes.
Yes, you do. We're nearly going to celebrate for... I was going to give that one to Pippin. Actually, I'm going to give that one to Pippin. But he is saved by Fury. So we've got shooting on the Uruk-hai side, these Uruk crossbowmen. Is it just the one? Or?
It's just the one because the guy in front attempted to charge the Ents but failed his courage test. Having done that, he now can't make a shooting attack even though he hasn't moved.
So there you go, guys. From the horse's mouth, we've got Uruk crossbowmen needing 4s. What's he going to do?
It hits.
Yes, these guys are good.
Because he's in base
Train them well.
contact. Because he's in base contact, it goes straight past the first guy. Now it needs to try and beat the combat. 1, 2, 3 it hits evil, 4, 5, 6 it hits good. And it hits evil.
It's evil.
So it'll be one of the 2 crossbowmen. Which one? And I need a 5 to wound. Doesn't kill him.
It doesn't kill him, unfortunately. That would have been nice for me. So next up, we're going to do the 2 crossbowmen here. We're going to be firing up into Treebeard. Needing 4s.
4s to hit in the first place.
2
Both hit.
hits. Wow.
Can they get past the army general? He's going to be very ticked off if they don't. 1 each.
1 each. Let's go for the one on Mahur first.
1 on Mahur first.
So he's defense 5. Is it?
Defense 5, yep. And it's a wound!
Oh, Mahur! Mahur! So, first of all, Fury.
Fury, yep. Let's see if we can save that.
And he saves it.
Mahur is too furious to be,
Unbelievable. And then the one on Treebeard, needing 6s. Oh. And that is the end of shooting. So we're going into combat, and Mahur has called a heroic strike, as has the captain, who is down here against the Willow Giant. Treebeard has countered with a heroic strike of his own, using his second point of might. So, let's see what they go up to. Mahur goes up to... Oh, it's cocked.
Fight 9.
So he's fight 9. So at the moment, he's hiding Treebeard. So I need a 2 or more. Oh! No! 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 So unfortunately, they are drawn in fight value. And you know what I'm like on roll-offs? You watch the channel, don't you?
I do watch the channel.
All my days! So next up, what does the captain here go up to?
Captain goes up to fight value 7.
So does he start off fight value 5?
Yes.
So he goes fight value 7. Now, is that higher, or is it? I'm sure it's equal. I think it ties with the Ents. Again, not good for me. Yes, it ties with the Ents. So, let's go into these combats. So, it was my priority. So, the Birch Tree Giant there against the 4 Urukai. So, let's see what happens.
Urukai, 4 attacks.
Urukai, 4 attacks.
Get a 5.
5 highest, so we need a 5 or more to win. I seem to have destroyed all sorts. 1 cocked dice in there, which is lucky because these are horrendous rolls. Come on with the last roll.
It's a 5. However, I have got a banner in range.
Oh, is he going to get that 6?
Dice.
Get the 6, get the 6, get the 6. Heavy breathing. So, Birch Giant wins it. So, the Birch Tree Giant has decided to call Barge. So, he's going to barge. So, we're seeing one of the second of the monster moves in this fight. That means that he's going to be allowed to move those 4 guys 3 inches in any direction before rolling a d6 and even potentially charging, which is part of my plan. So, let's see what happens. So this is the desolation of the Ent after his barge, moving back these guys 3 inches, and then also using a couple of the other guys moving back this way to disrupt some of that pike support that was on Treebeard. So, he is then moved up. Now, we've actually got to roll, first of all, to see if he can make that. It was an inch. Yeah. It was like an inch, so really, I shouldn't have to roll that, but it makes it anyway. Okay, so we're going to move into the next combat. This Tree Giant here, he's in combat with these 2 Urukai, and Keiran has chosen to support using that pikeman there. So, rolling to see who wins the combat. And we get a 6, and we win that one. So those guys have moved back their inch. So we're going to start off with our attacks. We're going to do first one on that guy there. So it's strength 8 against defense 6. So needing
5 for the pikes, 6 for the shield. So you get to pick which one you want to hit.
Okay, I'll start off with the pike. So needing 3s to kill these 2 guys here.
That's 2. Are they too furious to fall hit the ground?
Let's see what happens.
One of them makes it.
One of them lives. So next up we're doing the Willow Giant against the 4 Uruks there. We are matched in fight value. So let's see what happens.
The stone dice are going to be the Urukai captain.
Stone dice the Urukai captain.
Gets a 6.
And you get a 6. So I need a 6 in order to force this to one of the dreaded roll-offs. Oh! And we don't get it. And therefore the Uruks win that fight. So the 3 strikes from the Uruk crossbowman needing 6s, and also the 2 strikes from the captain needing 6s. So you get 2, you kill him. And you get 1
from the captain, and unfortunately not enough might to boost the other.
So he lives. And finally we've got Treebeard versus the 3 Uruk crossbowmen, the Urukai over there, and Mahur with his 3 attacks. So what do you get?
Rolling from Mahur first. He gets a 6.
He gets a 6. So we need a 6 to match fight value. Unbelievable. That one's got just... I need that 6 to avoid using the point of might.
Oh,
no, it's another cocked one. What's going on? So, I'm going to use my... Oh, do I use a final point for a roll-off? Do you know what? I'm going to save his point of might.
Take the pain.
Yeah, let's just take the pain. 7 attacks in total, all needing 6s.
Ah,
And not a single one. You could use...
I could use a point of might with Mahur.
Would that be
But
it
in
for
the
him?
grand scheme of things, yep, that's his second might point, so he's going to save that for another combat.
Yeah, makes sense. So Treebeard lives to fight another day. So this is how the battlefield looks. So we're going to go into a very important priority. Turn 6 now, I believe.
Turn 6, yeah. Goes to the Urukai.
Oh dearie me. So this is how it's looking at the end of movement, and the Urukai have rushed on. Tons and tons and tons of attacks coming into these combats here. And also potential to be trapped depending on the order of the combats. We've also got the Willow Giant up here, who has charged successfully. And then my remaining Tree Giant, Ent, has charged these two guys. So we're going to go into shooting. So it's Urukai shooting. The two crossbowmen here are going to shoot at the Ent, so needing 4s to hit.
1 hit.
1 hit, needing
1, 2, 3s to hit evil. 4, 5, 6 to hit good.
hit your own.
Every time.
Every time. And you need a 5 to kill.
No.
No, and they live. So we're going to go into my shooting from Merry and Pippin. So Merry and Pippin, attempting to break the pike chain, are going to fire at the 2 pikemen that are supporting there. So they need 3+ to hit, 2 hits, and they need 6s to wound. 5 isn't good enough. So the pikemen live. So we're going into the combat phase, and Mahur has chosen to heroic strike. It's important to win these fights, so Treebeard is countering, both of them on their final points of might. What does Mahur go up to?
Mahur goes up to 10.
So he's fight 10, so I need to roll a 2 or more. Yeah.
10.
So we both fight 10, so it's really going to come down, hopefully. Well, maybe not. Hopefully not a roll off. Hopefully you roll 1s all across the board. So it's Keiran's priority, and he's chosen this combat on the end because this end will be trapped if I lose. He's got 10 dice to roll. I'm going to roll mine first, because if I get a 6...
Yep, if it will mean nothing.
And all my days, he wins. So I've chosen with the Ent. I could have gone a bit killy, but I'm going to try and make Treebeard's life a little bit easier. Comment below if you think that this is a mistake or not, whether I should have just been killing, or try and make Treebeard's life easier. I'm going to be hurling with one of the Urukai through Mahur and the rest. Let's see how far they go. So I'm going to be picking up this model here, and I'm going to be hurling him from this point. Now the difference in strength is 4, and that 4 inches does take him to that crossbowman there. But let's roll and let's see how much further he goes. He goes another inch, so that will take him, wow, into that pikeman. And with the line, will it clip him? I think it will save him. We'll have a little look. So this is how it looks. It has knocked down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can take 7 strength 3 hits and then 1 strength 6 hit. So the single strength 6 hit needs 4s. Doesn't get him. And then 7 strength 3s needing 6s.
There's 1 in there.
And there's only 1 in there. Does he live? Fury. Oh!
Takes him out.
Fury doesn't say one, that's him lying down on the end. So let's see if any of the others get hit. So we're going to do the strength 3 hits one at a time. So strength 3, defense 6 on him. Needs 6s. Nope. Next one along needs 6s. Nope. Next one along needs 6s. Nope. The one on Mahur needs 5s. Nope. Next one along is crossbowman, so it needs 5s. Nope. Next one is another crossbowman, needs 5s. Nope. The next one along is a pikeman, needs 5s. You've got to be joking me. You've got to be joking me. Oh dear me. Oh, I weep. Well, so after that semi but non-lethal carnage, which fight would you like to do next?
We may as well do Treebeard.
So we're going to do Treebeard next. So now, although these guys are knocked down, I think that they can be supported when they're knocked prone. So that we are going to chuck those dice in there. But obviously they won't be able to make strikes if you win the fight. So, how many dice?
Well, we'll start off with Mahur, see what we get.
Start off with Mahur.
So he's got the 6.
He's got 6s, and you are fight 10. Now I'm also fight 10. I need a 6.
You get the 6.
We get the 6. Now this means that it's going to be the dreaded roll-off. Now it's your priority. Now on a 1 to 3, you get it. I don't like roll-offs. I don't know if you've got this from watching the channel. Oh dear me.
It certainly is something that's come up. Basically, come on, let's see a Sauron.
No, let's not! Oh no! An evil get it. Oh. So Treebeard is going to be knocked back. So again, we're going to go with the pikemen can use their attacks over the pro models. Obviously the pro models can't. They'll be standing back up. So you've got the 4 pikemen and you've got the 2 crossbowmen needing 6s.
Let's see if the trusty crossbows first can do anything. Nope, nothing from them.
Nothing from them.
Go for the pikes.
The pikemen.
1 wound.
And we get 1 wound on Treebeard. So we'll do Treebeard's fate one at a time. And he gets first one. And he does. So he uses 1 fate point but avoids the wounds. So next up we got the Willow Tree Giant against the Uruk Captain and Crossbowman. What can you get?
Captain is the stone dice. 5 my highest.
You get 5 highest. Oh, I'm not going to roll Sauron dice. Okay. So we need a 5 or a 6 to win this.
Gets the 6.
And we get a 6 and we win. So in a game which has been showcasing the brutal power attacks, it would only be right to rend the Uruk Captain, who's got the last point of might on the board, I believe.
Last point of might on the board?
Last point of might. So I am going to be rending against that Uruk Captain, which means that I attack his strength instead of his defense. That means I need 3s instead of 4s. Come on!
Oh.
You have got to be joking me. 2 2s and a cocked dice.
But rerolls work.
So he takes a single wound. But you do have fate.
I'm just measuring to see if I'm in fury range, and I am.
You are in fury range.
So we'll start off by seeing if he's too furious to be rendered.
It's cocked! No.
So, try a fate point.
Fate point.
The Eye of Sauron. He's
No.
down to his last wound.
So he's down onto 1 wound and on to the next combat. While still being in shock that the Uruk Captain lived against the rending, unbelievable. We're going to go into the next Ent against the 2 crossbowmen. So, let's see what the Ent gets.
Gets the 6.
And he gets the 6, so no need to roll. So I'm just going to strike these guys as normal. So I need 3s. I don't want to see 2s like I saw last time. Please don't give me 2. And we make 2. Now, I don't think those guys are
Neither
in
of
range.
those will be in range of fury, so those are just straight kills for a change.
Straight kills for a change. Wow. Well, we'll have to see whether they come back at the end of the next Uruk movement, but that takes us to the end of turn 5 or 6.
I think that's the end of turn 6.
End of turn 6. We're going to go into turn 7 priority. Turn 7 priority. It's a 6. Oh, and it's a 6, which means that it's my priority.
Yeah.
Which is good. So this is how it's looking at the end of movement. So as you can see, the Ents moved up, try and consolidate on this right hand side, and of course have been countercharged by all of those furious Urukai. And same has happened over here. Now we're just going to see if the guys who were lost last time, so it was 2, wasn't it?
2 crossbows, and I've been keeping an eye, and 1 shieldsman, see if they can come back.
Okay, so we've got 3 guys who can come back.
Cox.
1 cocked dice, one of them's dead forever.
Both dead forever.
Both dead forever.
And the shieldsman.
And the shieldman. Cocked
again.
dice.
He does come back.
And he does come back. So that means you can bring them back from any on the existing orc dens. And that makes sense. So we're going to go into shooting, and the only shooting is going to be from Merry and Pippin. So Merry and Pippin are going to shoot at the Uruk pikemen there. They need 3+ to hit. Oh, and one of them hits, needing a 6. They get a 1. No damage done. So it's my priority, so I'm going to start off with the Birch Tree Giant against the 4 Urukai here. So let's see what I get. We get 5 highest. So if you roll a 6.
Can they swing it? There's 4 in there, isn't there?
Yeah, you got 4. 4 to get a 6.
They get a 6.
And they get that 6. So the Birch Giant is pushed back. And you need 6s to wound.
Oh.
Ooh. And 2 wounds, which takes him down to a single wound remaining. So next up we're doing Treebeard against 5 Urukai, one of which is on the floor. Can we get that 6? We get a 5 highest and you get a 6. And I've got no might. So the Urukai take it. Now he can move back there. So, well, as long as I move his feet. Yeah, let's move his hands, sorry, not his feet. Twist him around and move him back. Oh, you can't do 2. Oh, he's definitely going to be trapped, that other dude, isn't he? Okay, so you need 6s to wound.
Nope, nothing.
And no wounds. Next up, we're doing the Ent on this side against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attacks. So,
Start off with the captain. Gets the 6.
he gets the 6. So we need a 6 to win this. And you've got to be joking me. Not a single one combat. So this tree giant is trapped, or can he move back an inch? I would say he's trapped because he's going to move out of the way. So you get double strikes.
Starting with the captain again.
14 strikes, you need 6s.
Nothing, and not enough with might to boost that up, so captain's out of it. How many Urukai have we got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
So 5 twice. First roll.
Needing a 6.
Gets the 6.
And you get the 6. And you like my tree felling noise there? Was it good? So with that Ent being felled, we're going to move on to the final combat, which is that Ent against goodness how many Urukai. Now let me just see if I can roll a 6 and win a combat this. No! 5 highest. If you
Let's
don't.
go with Mahur.
So Mahur
Gets a 4.
gets a 4 highest.
How many Uruks are involved?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8.
6, 8 dice there.
8 dice, needing a
Looking for the
6.
6. They get it.
And they get it. I was a bit worried then. It's like, oh, just one cut. So they get it. Now he's not trapped because Treebeard can move out the way, but he's only on 1 wound and needing 6s.
With Mahur?
Needing 6s, and he gets the 6. And what a devastating turn for the March of the Ents. The Willow Tree Giant from Shadow and Flame bites the dust. Wow. Wow, this is how it looks. That was not a good turn for the Ents. That was not a good turn. What were you doing, pal? What were you doing? I don't care that you look gorgeous. You failed. You failed. Treebeard, man. Come on. 2 Ents have gone down because of your guys' failure. So we are going to go on to priority turn 8, we think. Oh.
And it's over to the Urukai.
And it's priority evil. Wow. So this is how it's looking. The Urukai, the Isengard defending their pits, have swarmed in on the Ents. We are going to go into Isengard shooting, and he's got 2 crossbowmen who are going to be firing into the combat against Treebeard. So, for us to hit.
1 hit.
1 hits. Does it hit?
It hits
Treebeard.
Actually, given that it's coming from those guys, I'd say first they have to beat these pikemen in the way. So it's past the pikemen into the combat now.
Past the pikemen into the combat. Nice
Cut.
cut, nice.
And now it hits Treebeard.
Now it hits Treebeard, getting a 6. I thought you were going to compound my bad luck. And that is evil shooting. So the shot from Mary is going to go down into that pikeman there. Needing a 3 to hit. Hits on the 6. I need another 6 to woo. Oh! Fury.
Can he fury it?
Oh, and he does. You're joking. That would have been so nice.
Second
Stop
Hobbit
ruining
kill.
my moments of cinema. Okay, so I'm going to try again this time with Pippin. Pippin hits.
I was going to say you've not rolled less than 6s for them this time.
No, and unfortunately, the hobbits don't do anything, so we're going to go into combat. So we're going to start off with a birch giant. Come on, pal. Come on. Up against the 4 Urukai. The 4 Urukai, there is a 6 in there. I've got to get a 6 in a combat. I've got to.
Yay.
Oh! And we win that one. So, instead of going for the kills on the 2, I'm going to hurl again to try and help out Treebeard. And I'm going to be hurling this model from that point of the base. And the difference in strength is 4, which does go through those 2, the Banner and Mahur. Those 2 guys there, and the pikeman at the end. But let's just see how much further it goes. And another 5 inches should take it into that rock. So the guy who was hurled 9 inches, and he did hit that rock face, which means he takes 2 strength 6 hits, which means that we need 4s of these to kill. So if he's got 7 strength 3 hits, let's see if they're enough. Come on. Okay, these ones need 6s. Oh no! And he lives. Unbelievable. All my days. So we're going to hopefully make up for that for rolling a 6 on every single one that got hurled through. So, needing a 6 on the first guy. No. Needing a 6 on the pikeman behind. Yes.
That would have winged on a 5 anyway.
But he's furied. So he's alright. On Mahur. Oh, it's cocked.
Another
5.
wound.
Another wound.
Another fury. Doesn't pass
Fury
the fury.
fails.
Goes through to fate.
Fate. Oh!
Fails the fate. No
Fails
might
the
left.
fate. No
One
might
wound
left. And he's taken down to 1 wound. So that was a good thing. So the pikeman over there, needing 5s. Oh! Fury.
Is that the pike or the banner?
Oh, it's a banner.
Banner. Yeah. Fury has failed.
Fury has failed.
Mahur grabs the banner.
And he goes down. So the pikeman behind him. That's a wound on the Uruk pikeman. So the Fury save.
Is passed.
And it's saved. So on to the next one, which is the swordsman down there, needing a 6. Oh!
That's it.
Can we get it?
Yes,
oh!
you do.
So he goes down. That's that swordsman there. And next up is the pikeman along there. Let's see if we can get another 6. Oh! No way! It's all my luck coming in one round of rolling.
And
However,
Fury saves it.
Fury has been great in this game, and that's how it looks after a successful hurl. So with the odds substantially evened, it is now Treebeard versus the Mahur on the floor and the 3 Uruk crossbowmen. What do you get?
Starting off with Mahur. He gets the 6.
He gets the 6. Can Treebeard get the 6, or am I all out?
Yes, he gets the 6.
I saw just 2 1s and I panicked. So he gets the 6 and he wins. So Treebeard's going to start making his strikes at Mahur. Mahur is down to 1 wound. I need 3, so go on the table.
That's 1.
And that's 1
He's
wound.
on his last, so can we Fury it up?
Fury it.
No!
No!
Mahur has fallen.
Mahur goes. So next up is a crossbowman. That's cocked. That's cocked. What's going on with our cocked dice in this game? And he gets...
Can we Fury it? No.
No.
One down.
And the last one gets it. Do you Fury it?
Yes.
Yes, you Fury that one. So, Mahur and 1 crossbowman bite the dust, and the other one lives because of Fury. Whew. Wow, so this is how it looks at the end of that turn. Much better turn in the end for the Ents compared to the turn previous. Let's go into priority. And you get a 1, and we get a 3. Priority Ents. So this is how it's looking at the end of movement. As you can see, I've gone out towards that right flank for a reason. So a little bit less crazy over there now. And we're just going to roll to see if any of these guys come back as reinforcements. Mahur can't because he isn't an evil warrior, he's an evil hero. So starting off with the banner.
Yeah, starting off with the banner. A bit unsure on whether a model can actually grab a banner when you're already lying on the floor, so we're just going to see if the banner can come back to life using the reinforcements rule. Nope, he's gone for good.
That solves our problem. And the next one?
Next one we'll go for the crossbowman.
Crossbowman.
He's got... Okay, so the last roll for the Uruk-hai Shieldman.
Oh,
No,
none of them came back.
So far, only 1 has come out of the pits.
So a nice little swing.
Reinforcements are obviously quaking their boots down there.
Don't blame them. On to combat. So Merry and Pippi have got a job. They've got a job, and that is to throw stones at that shaman who've been saving quite a bit. So we're going to start off 3 pluses. 1 hits. Come on, Merry. Does it hit the Uruk pikeman in front? It does. In a 6. And a 4. It does nothing. Damn it. On to the Uruk-hai shooting. We've got the 2 Uruk crossbowmen here. They're going to be firing at Treebeard, needing 4s.
So 1 hit.
1 hits.
Does it hit the combat? Rather, does it hit my guy in the combat or James's guy? It hits my guy. Does he kill him?
6.
Okay, more of the same. We've got a little cluster of crossbows here, and they're going to be going for the same target. 2 hits.
2 hits. They hit your guys.
They both hit Treebeard.
Oh no, I can see 2 6s happening here. 1 6. So he's got 2 fate remaining. And he passed his first one. Oh dearie me. And finally we've got these 2 crossbowmen, and they're going to be firing at
Treebeard.
Treebeard. 4 plus to hit.
No, they hit.
Snake eyes.
Sauron eyes.
Sauron eyes. And that is the end of shooting. Going to go into combat. So we're going to start off with the Birch Tree Giant against the 2 Uruk-hai there. What can the Uruk get?
The Uruks get a 5.
5 highest. This is where I get a 1, 2 and a 2. A 2, 2 and a 3. Well, it's better than I thought. Oh dearie me. So he moves back. Oh.
Just looking for that 1 6 now.
Give me a 6 and you kill him.
Oh,
there's a cocked dice, which means it's going to be a 6. No, no, no. No. It's just the nature of wargaming. Oh no. And poor Mr. Birch Giant has gone down. No way. Oh, you look great, but you're a bit under dust. So Treebeard is on his own. Oh dear me. Unbelievable. So we've got Treebeard against the 4 Uruk. I'm rolling first. That's what I've decided. Give me 6. Oh! And we get that 6, so we win that. Oh dearie me. Well, we have won that combat at the very least. So, we are choosing to hurl, and we're going to hurl because we can only kill a maximum of 2 here, and I want to try and get that Shaman out. He's been saving far too much. And Fury is doing these Uruks the world of good. So, that Uruk over there on that far end is going to be hurled from this point on the base, through the middle, knocking over towards the Shaman. There's a difference of strength of 4. How much further does it go? Give me a 6. A 2. So in total, it's 6 inches. So 6 inches. Does it get it?
Just in.
Oh, so a chance for drama. So all those guys are knocked down. He is going to go up to where the Shaman is. And let's... Oh, sorry about that.
A bit further than that. There we go.
So... he's up there, and he is going to take his strength 6 hit, which on a 4 will kill him, and he's dead.
Kills him. Fury it. Nope.
Fury doesn't save him, so he goes down. So, one at a time. So, strength 3 hit on the next pikeman, needing 5.
Gets it. Fury.
Fury!
No.
No! So he goes down. Next one, needing 5. 2, doesn't get it. Next one, needing 5. Gets it, Fury.
Passed.
Saves it. Oh, and now
The big one.
the Shaman. Come on, let's get that wound. Needing a 5.
Needing 5.
No! And the Shaman lives. So we're moving on to priority. Come on, Treebeard.
Goes to Treebeard.
Treebeard takes it. So this is how it's looking after movement. As you can see, the chase has begun. So Treebeard, a bit of a march up. And Keiran's just moved a few things out of the way, so he's got clear shots from his crossbowmen, and his reinforcements, so the casualties from the last turn, have arrived. So we're going to move into shooting. So Merry and Pippin are going to be shooting first. They will have to get past that. Is that your captain?
Yeah, this is the captain. Yeah.
Oh, they're going to have to get through the captain to get to the Shaman, but we need 3+ to hit first.
1 hit.
1 hits. Does it hit the captain? No, it gets through. Needing 6.
Yep.
No, and it's a 1. Isengard shooting. We've got the 2 crossbowmen here. Got a clear shot at Treebeard. Needing 4s to hit. Both hit. You get 6. Oh, no way! So Treebeard definitely takes a wound. He's only got 1 more fate left. Oh! And Treebeard takes 2 wounds. So he's down to 1 wound. Unbelievable.
Doing all the remaining shooting in one go, we've got 3 crossbowmen here and 2 crossbowmen here, all of which are going to have to try and get through their 2 friends here to try and see if they can finish Treebeard off.
4s to hit.
Just the 1 hit.
That's better. In the way.
Can he get past the first pikeman?
A 1 and a 6.
No, it can't.
Now 6.
No.
Oh. So Treebeard lives, but so does the dude down there. So it's priority. Let's see what happens.
Goes to Treebeard.
Treebeard gets it. So this is how it's looking. Treebeard managed to move up and got into contact just with the 1 pikeman, but of course he was quickly supported by all of his Uruk buddies. So this is how it's looking. Not looking good for 1 wound Treebeard into shooting. So Merry and Pippin are going to shoot down at that Shaman. 3+. Double 1s. Come on, fellas. Onto Uruk shooting.
Okay, so we've got 2 crossbowmen here who are going to try and get that final wound off of Treebeard. Lots of allies to beat first. 2 misses.
2 misses. Next up.
Over here we've got these 2 here. We're doing exactly the same thing again. They've even got an additional Urukai in the way. As you can tell, I'm a particularly callous commander when I'm playing the evil side. So, 1 hit. Shieldsman in the way. It's the Shieldsman.
6. 6. It's cocked, unfortunately. No. Oh. That's when the cocked dice doesn't work for you. And these 3 guys here.
Enough for you. These 3 guys here need to shoot, get past their fellow crossbowmen, get past the shieldsman, get past the pikeman, and then kill Treebeard.
Let's have a look.
1 hit.
1 hit. Does it hit the crossbow?
Past the first crossbow? It does.
It
Can
does.
it hit past the second crossbow? It doesn't.
Give me a 6. No. And that's how it looks after shooting into combat.
Final might point on the board. I'm going to use the captain's might point to do a final heroic strike.
I know you want to roll a 1, Keiran. I know you want to roll a 1.
Soren says no. 3, so that goes to fence fight value 8.
So we're matched.
Matched fight value.
The dreaded roll off. If I get a 6, that is.
6.
We get a 6, you get a 6. It's the roll off now. It's my priority.
Your priority.
Oh dearie me. So on a 1 to 3, Keiran gets it. On a 4 to 6, I get it. Come on, come on, come on. No! Treebeard. Oh dearie me. He moves back. So the captain didn't get his. So you've got 7 chances to get a 6 here and end the game and kill Treebeard. Do you get it? And you get the 1-6. Treebeard goes down. And the last march of the Ents was won to death, but not glory. Great game, Keiran.
Great game, mate.
Big handshake. And we're going to go into the post-battle bat rep breakdown. So, we're into the post-battle bat rep breakdown. And it was a historical moment in the history of the GBHL YouTube channel because this was
The very first scenario that you played.
very first scenario from the source books. And we did the last march of the Ents, as you saw. And, wow. That was great fun. We've both been saying we hope that that comes across in the actual
in the video, because there were so many moments in that game that were really tense, things that we were expecting to go one way and they just completely went the other.
Yeah, can you name a few off the top of your head?
I'd probably say the first couple of hells that you did, where I was expecting to lose droves of troops and instead just nothing died.
Nothing would die.
Probably the bit as well where at the end of the line, who I thought was just literally going to smash a few Urukai off, just crumpled, lost the combat, lost 2 wounds, and all of a sudden the rest of the Ents were under pressure because of that.
Yeah, there was that one turn where you killed 2 Ents, which just was crazy. But then the turn after, there was that turn after as well, and this is one of the great things about strategy battle game. If there are people watching this who have never played it before, the game lends itself to those moments that you don't expect, and they happen anyway. It really, really does. Tons of moments like that. Ents losing combats against 4 Uruks, taking wounds.
Heroic strikes resulting in us just you on equal fight value.
I know, that was ridiculous. Treebeard did a heroic strike, and I think he had to get more than 1. Because you went up to 9, I was 8. I needed to get a 2 or more to beat
We ended up
Mahur,
on draw.
and I rolled a 1! A 1! Your crossbows did quite well as well. They got a couple of wounds.
Crossbows were cracking, elite troops. Probably where a lot of the wounds came from overall.
Yeah, they did. How many wounds in total? I think you got 2 on Treebeard with crossbowmen, didn't you? And you also got 2 on one of the Ents.
Yeah.
And 1 on one of the other Ents.
Yeah, something like that.
5 wounds. 5 wounds. I think with all of this strength 4 across the board, it meant that defense 8, wasn't as amazing. Defense 8 obviously is amazing, but it wasn't as amazing because 6 is obviously a lot easier to get than 6s and 4s.
Yeah. And that's one of the reasons you find Urukai can do quite well against dwarf armies, or anything that normally relies on high defense, like high elves as well. Urukai have just got the strength to batter it down.
And I thought I still had a chance. I know that the objectives kind of went out I say they went out of the window. There was just like a wall of Urukai. There was like a wall of Urukai, and I just couldn't win the combats when I needed to. There was a couple where if I'd have won the combats, I was going to barge, and I was going to move in and just try and batter the because I think one of them with the double attacks on the break stone is likely to.
Well, I mean, you obliterated the first camp.
Yeah.
That was a very big conscious decision at the start. I knew that there was no point having 6 Urukai trying to defend a camp by themselves when the rest of the army was waiting further up the board. So just leave that one to get destroyed and get back into a place where you can bring the numbers to bear.
And there was just a wall of Urukai. But I did think, a couple of clever little barges and stuff like that, a few priorities going my way. I thought I could have done that, but it didn't work out in my favour because that is how the game works. But it's been absolutely fantastic. We really enjoyed it. Who would you say your man of the match was?
Without doubt, has to be the Urukai Shaman. Without him, before we even get onto the Furies and the number of them that I passed, Fearless. The fact that you're always going to pass courage tests with a shaman nearby is huge when you're fighting terror-causing armies, as we were fighting today. It helps when you channel that spell and you get to shrug off wounds on a 5+ as well.
You saved quite a few.
The Hobbits would have killed 2 Urukai by themselves, but both of them were saved by Fury. Beyond that, I think Mahur survived a callous crossbow bolt into his back because I had Fury up. Had
Yeah.
quite a few aside from that as well, didn't I?
Yeah, it's been it's been a really good game. Fury was fantastic in it, I have to say. I would have voted for the Shaman. I was just determined in the end to get a cheeky Hobbit stone in his face.
We did manage to knock him over.
We did manage to knock
Urukai.
him over. Again, this was one of the great things about this battle as well. You got to see all of the brutal power attacks, all of them. And I'm not sure. Actually, I'm not sure I would have done anything differently. I think I used the barges when they made sense to try and get through to protect other Ents who were surrounded. And of course, if I had the opportunity to do that to get onto the Shaman, I would have done that, but I didn't. So I thought I used barge quite well. Hurl, again, I only really used that to disrupt other combats to give myself a bit more of a chance. Thought I used
And I
that
think that
quite
was
well.
the right thing to do as well.
My rend fluffed when it shouldn't have. I just failed I could have killed that captain outright. I thought he was mine. Last might point, I thought, off of that table. But it didn't work out that way. Great game, and we will try and do some more of the Journey book and sourcebook scenarios for you soon. This has been GBHL James.
And Kieran.
And Keiran joined us for the first time on the channel. Great guy. I've had a fantastic time today, and we're going to get some more battle reports done on Thursday. So support your Hobbit hobby,
Support your Hobbit hobby.
and happy strategy battle gaming.